Good morning, students. Now we'll go to the next chapter, Unit 3, Time Series. So, before going to the meaning, we'll understand what exactly time series and where we'll be using. As a common students, in economics, in commerce, in business studies, in accountancy, the data is more important. In first PUC, we have studied how to collect the data, how to process the data. So, where in exactly time series, we will be processing the data, we will be arranging the data in systematic way. So, which is that systematic way we'll be using? The chapter name itself, it is telling that time series. So, time in the sense, it is an occurrence. So, if you take the accountancy problem, so in common size statements, you will be collecting the data of balance sheet 2008, 2009. If you go to the economics, you will be collecting the prices of the gold 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013. So, analysis of the data as per the occurrence. Where series means it is a sequence. So, sequence of arrangement. Time series is a systematic arrangement of the data as per the occurrence of it events. So now we'll go to the meaning of the time series. So here statistical way, arrangement of statistical data in chronological order in accordance with the time. So here in statistics, time series means it is an chronological arrangement of the data accordance with time. What is chronological arrangement? The chronological arrangement is nothing but it is a process of arranging the data as per the time occurrence. So, if you take the example of the sales, so how we'll be writing the sales? Sales of 2010, sales of 2011, sales of 2012, sales of 2013. So, chronology is nothing but it is a systematic process of arranging the data as per the time period. So, here, for example, if we observe agriculture productions, sales, populations, exports, imports, etc. So, here the arrangement of the statistical data in chronological order or in accordance with time is known as time series. So, now we'll go to the definition of time series. So, a time series is a set of statistical observations arranged in chronological order. So, Croxton and Cowden will tell that a time series consists of data arranged chronologically. So, wherever in the meaning or in the definition, you must use the chronology, the chronologically. So, a time series is nothing but it is an systematic process of arranging the data in time period. So, time arrangement. So, similarly, with the example, if we go with example means the production of the company. So, production in the year, how many quantities, how many quintals, how many kgs, how many tons. So, if you arrange the production as per the year 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014. Okay. So, the definition of time series is a time series is consists of data arranged in chronologically. So now we'll go to the what are the essential requirements of time series. So the essential requirements means to study the time series, what are all the points must be considered, in what way we can apply the time series analysis. So in that, number one, as far as possible, the time gap between various values must be equal. So when I was quoted the example of production of the company, so I quoted 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013 like. So whenever we go for an arrangement of the time series data, the time gap between the variables must be equal. If you are calculating per year, you must consider all the years. If you are going for month, you should go with the month every year. If you are considering the week, you should consider the week. If you are considering the day, you should consider the day. For example, the gold prices every day it will be fluctuating. So the gold will be considered in the 1 day gap. So quadratic nima. So if you take the example of balance sheets of a particular company, so quarterly once they will be presenting. So 3 months once, 4 months once, 6 months once. Got it? So the time gap between the different uh, variables must be equal. So now we'll go to the next one. It must consist of homogeneous set of values. So you know that homogeneous and heterogeneous. Homogeneous means similar kind of variables must be considered. So if you are going for comparison of the production means you must consider only the production for all the years. If you are considering the sales for the year, you must be considering only sales. ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿದೆಯಾ? So now it must consist of homogeneous set of values. So means one is values must be a homogeneous. Means if you are considering in quantity, you must consider the quantity. In kgs means every year kg. In quintals means you must consider the quintals. In tons means you must consider the tons. The two for only the sales, only for the production, only for the price, like that you will be considering. Next, data must be available for the long period of time. So when you go for arrangement of data, time series data, that data must be arranged for long period of time. So when I was giving the example, in the example I told 2010, 11, 12, 13, 14. So time series cannot be analyzed only for 1 or 2 years. So you must consider at least of a 5 to 6 years, at least of 6. If you are going for a month, at least of 5 months. If you are going for a days, at least of 5 to 10 days. Got it? So when you go for the data, so the data must be a long period of time. So now we'll go for the uses of time series. So firstly, the first one is it helps in planning and forecasting the business activities. So what is the use of time series? If you arrange the data, so what will be the use? The first one is planning and forecasting of the business activities. Of course, if you arrange the sales in a ascending order, so in the year 2011 it is 100 quintals, in the year 2012 it is 200 quintals, in the year 2013 it is 300 quintals. I can expect for 2014 that it will be a 400 quintals. Every year 100 quintals it is increasing. With the help of this time series, we can plan and we can predict what will be the our future, how it can be planned. So with the help of time series, we can plan this. So next one is it helps in understanding the past behavior and it will be helpful in estimating the future behavior. So very important. So with the help of time series, we can understand the past behavior and the future behavior. So for example, we'll go with your class only. So how you people studied in the first PUC, how you people studied in the 10th standard, how you people will be studying for your second PUC. So if you put the good efforts in the 10th standard and the first PUC, and what will be the your results? So to recoup that, so how you should be preparing for your second PUC examination. So with the help of time series analysis, so you can understand the past behavior, your 10th marks, your 9th marks, your first PUC marks. So if you are going with the same behavior, you can tell that what will be your 2nd PUC percentage. Similarly, so in the company, what will be the sales in the past, what will be the sales in the future. So both the past and future behavior can be understood with the help of time series. Now we'll go for the next use, comparison between the data of one period with that of another period. Similarly, so if you take the example of the sales, so two data can be compared. What will be the sales in the last year? What will the sales in this year? What will be the price in the last year? What will be the price in the next year? Right. So how much quantity we were produced in the last year? How much quantity we will be producing in the next year? So with the help of the data, we can compare the periods. Finally, we have last use. We can evaluate the progress in field of economic activity. So time series is the most important tool for measuring the economic activities. So if you present the data in a graphical manner, so that indicates the whether it is upward trend or it will be a downward trend. So if year by year the sales and the productions or the demand, if it is increasing, it will be showing upward trend. So if it is decreasing, it will shows the downward trend. So these are the different uses of time series. Now we'll go for the components of time series. So there are four components of time series. In that, the first one is secular trend. So secular trend. We'll go with a general meaning of secular trend. A secular trend is nothing but a general tendency where change will happen normally a long duration of time. Means we will not come to know that how that changes has happened, how that variations has taken. So now you can go with a very good example. When you leave your home, when you come outside from your house, automatically you will wear your face mask. Nobody will insist or nobody will ask to wear. Automatically will you will be wearing that because now the practice, now the variation, now the changes has happened. So where exactly this pandemic also a kind of secular trend where in the year 1990, where the year in 1919 this type of pandemics have happened, where this variation will happen with a long duration of trend. So trend means where long term or long period of time is known as trend. So if you go with a general example, ನೀವೇ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಲ್ವಾ ಇವಾಗ ಇದೆ ಮಗ ಟ್ರೆಂಡು, ಈ ಥರ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಮಗ ಟ್ರೆಂಡು, ಹೌದಲ್ವಾ? ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜೀನ್ಸ್ ಪ್ಯಾಂಟ್ ನೋಡಿ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಡ್ರೆಸ್ ಕೋಡ್ ನೋಡಿ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಫಾದರ್ ಜೊತೆ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಗ್ರ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಫಾದರ್ ಜೊತೆ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನೋಡಿ. ಸೊ ದ ಟ್ರೆಂಡ್ ಈಸ್ ಚೇಂಜಿಂಗ್. ಸೊ ಮೊದಲು ಬೆಲ್ ಬಾಟಮ್, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟು ಬೂಟ್ ಕಟ್, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟು ಪೆನ್ಸಿಲ್ ಕಟ್, ಈಗ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕಾಲಕ್ಕೆ ಬರೋಷ್ಟೊತ್ತಿಗೆ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆನ್ ಆಂಕಲ್ ಕಟ್, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ಲೈಕ್ where the change will happen with the long duration of time is called as secular trend. So today I am stopping my class with this explanation. So I'll be continuing in the next class. So you have to copy this notes in the your class book. So thank you.